Hey YouTube, how are we doing? We're here, day 3, just a quick narrative, let you know what we're doing. What are we today? 7th of January. The guys here aren't back to work till the 13th, so we've got the use of the workshop until Sunday night. We pulled the tractor apart because we had noise coming from the PTO bearings on the back end. The PTO was slipping. She was leaking oil from around the trunnion, and we've got excessive play in the swivel bearings underneath the back of the cab. So we really wanted to get inside and just see what the extent of that was. The PTO had been slipping for the last couple of years, and we've been kind of limping along with it on the sprayer, and she didn't have any power in the PTO for anything tougher than the sprayer. So it's time we did something about it. We found the Massey dealers just before Christmas and asked them if they'd come out this week and put a new set of clutch plates in the PTO, which we have. We picked those up in the UK in the autumn. And they said, oh no, you'll have to call us after Christmas, call us after Christmas. So I've been trying to phone them for the last 3 days. Finally this morning they picked the phone up. Oh no, we can't come this week. So we might have to put her back together without having a PTO done, which would be a shame, but if we can't do it, we can't do it. And I've got to say, having come this far with this part of the project, that the tractor's been an absolute pleasure to work on. Everything has come apart really easily, apart from one little problem with the PTO shaft when we removed the trunnion, but that was partly my fault because I didn't have the book. I ended up smashing a circlip that I didn't know wasn't removed, and having that knowledge, the job would be a lot easier next time round. It took about 3.5 hours, which you won't be able to see from the time-lapse footage. It took about 3.5 hours to actually roll out the back axle, which wasn't too bad really. If we can find some seals, we stripped out the trunnion yesterday. I'll give you a closer look at that in a minute. If we can find some seals locally, we will. If not, the main trunnion seal is available in the UK. There's no visible signs of wear, but that doesn't mean that it's not leaking. The fresh oil and dried oil indicated that it has come from the main trunnion seal. That seal is available in the UK, but we've got to get it here. The smaller seals, something similar is available here that will do the job. The smaller seals are the seals that seal the PTO shaft. I'm just going to give you a closer look at some of this stuff now so you can get an idea of what we're talking about. Okay, so here's the back axle casing, and here is the casting that holds the trunnion. There's a bronze bushing in here. I don't know if you can see. There is some wear on the bottom of it. There's also wear on the top of it, which you can't see up under there. There's 2 of these bushes. There's a smaller one at the back and a bigger one at the front. Now, we tested it for play. There is a little bit of play in there, which at this time we're not really going to do much about. You can just see that there, it's smooth in the bottom, and there is, you can't really see that very well. My phone is getting tired and it doesn't shoot film as well as it used to. There is a little bit of play in there. I'd say there's about 10th of play front and back, which is quite a lot. We need to find out if those bushes are available for replacing at a later date. Like I say, now that we've done the job once, we know how it comes apart. It's not a big job to pull it apart. This is where the PTO shaft goes in. There's 2 seals that go in there back to back, and they will get replaced. The main trunnion seal sits on this lip here, and that is the one that we're going to replace now. If we could get those bushes at a later date, that'd be good. We could change them, and then we would eliminate a bit more wear. So there's the trunnion. There's no wear on this surface. There's no wear on the front surface. That's all good there, really. So we're quite pleased with that. The next job today is to strip out these bearings here and here on the lower swivel, and just see what the story is. I'm anticipating that the bearings are going to be in quite good condition, and the problem is actually going to be that the casting is worn, but we'll see. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Okay, so we've got the bearings out. You can see there on the crane is the rear trunnion removed. Again, it came apart ever so easy. The bottom bearing actually fell out on the ground when we removed it. And you can see here, she's got a crack in her. See that? I've measured the bearing. There's actually 1 millimetre of wear from one side to the other. She's 81 millimetres that way, and she's 82 millimetres that way, even taking into account the split. So there's a lot of wear in the bearing. I've also measured the housing, and the housing, as we thought, is elongated. And we don't know what we're doing at this moment in time. The tractor's got to be at the workshop by Sunday night. And we need a bit of a plan as to how we're going to put it back together. There won't be time to order those bearings from the UK to get them here in time to fit them. If we do fit them, they're still going to move in the housing, which doesn't really solve the problem that we came in here to fix. So that's it for now.